What's up, everybody? My name's Tim, back at it again to break down tonight's 7-game MLB DraftKings slate. If you're new to the channel, what's up? We're breaking down these MLB slates over on DK. If you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. We got daily content here breaking down these matchups. First things first, we'll start with game one here of the night slate. You got the Red Sox taking on the Orioles in Baltimore. Nice weather today. Nice hitting ballpark here. You have Richards taking on Lowther. Richards 8,200, Lowther 4K. Not really interested in pitching here. 9 over under, high total here. Nice ballpark. Red Sox favorited. We know what the Red Sox can do. First in average, third in on base percentage. In play, JD Martinez, Bogarts, Verdugo, Marwin hit leadoff yesterday. I'm into Marwin Gonzalez is if he's hitting leadoff here, he's kind of cheap at 3.4K. If I'm doing a stack there, I think the Red Sox are going to garner a lot of ownership. So keep that in mind in GPPs. Maybe you want to kind of back off and go somewhere else. Orioles, Lowther, I don't know how long he's going to pitch for. It can't be very long. Orioles don't have a great bullpen either. I will say bats for the Orioles side. I think Mancini is definitely in play. Mullins, Mountcastle for some savings. He had a huge game yesterday. So definitely an interesting game here to keep an eye on. Next, we have the Mariners Rangers, 9 over under here. I believe this is a kind of pick 'em game, no favorite here. Newsom taking on Arihara. Pitching is horrible in this one. Both bats, I think, are very much in play. This is probably one of my favorite slates or favorite games on today's slate. I think we're going to see a lot of offense in general here as we go through, but Mariners, 17th in home runs here. They do strike out. Same with the Rangers. I think this game could just be sloppy jalopy, but Mariners, Haniger, France, Lewis, Seager. I think it starts there. If you're going to take some chalk, teams today, like the Red Sox, for instance, I don't think it would be a bad idea to get, some Mariners or some Rangers in there for some upside. The pitching matchup is kind of gruesome here. And then on the Rangers side, they're starting to hit better. These guys are pretty talented. Yes, they strike out, but they get on base. They can hit for average, 8th in average. They can hit home runs. We do know that. Low at 4.3K, Gallo 3.8. Love those prices on them. Calhoun, Garcia, there's easy ways to just stack this team up. Next, we have the D-backs taking on the Mets, 8 over under here. Kelly taking on Luke Casey. Kelly, that price seems a little high. I don't know. Maybe I put that down wrong. Luke Casey, 7.3K. If Kelly is 8.9K, that's just crazy. But neither pitcher, I think, is in play here. I think this game might just be a fade for me. They're playing in a tougher hitting park. In City Field. Diamondbacks, if you're going to play anybody here, it's the right-hand bats here. Kelly at 5.3. I love Escobar 5.3. They're just priced so high. I don't think they're going to get a lot of ownership. And then on the Mets side, they're starting to kind of string things along. We'll see. They had some hits. Lindor got on base last night. So definitely in play. Conforto, Lindor, McNeil, Alonso, Smith. Merrill Kelly isn't a very good pitcher, so they're all in play. I just think their upside is limited being where they are playing and their 29th overall in home runs. So we'll see. Next, we have the Blue Jays and Astros here, 9 over under. You got Mats taking on Javier. I think kind of a high over under here. I'm a little surprised. Mats has been pitching well, but he's kind of fluttered as of late. Javier, I think the price is a little too high on him, so I'll be off. He's facing a Blue Jays offense that's 9th in average, 2nd in home runs. They don't strike out a ton. Neither do the Astros. Astros don't strike out either. I'm not interested in either pitcher here. I'm not really interested in Blue Jays bats. I think Javier is better than, better than we think he is. I think he's got a lot of talent. I don't think there's going to be a lot of offense on the Blue Jays side. And then the Astros, I do have interest because they are fairly cheap. Bregman 4.6 is really cheap. Altuve, Correa, Yordan Alvarez. You can keep going. I think the Astros are very much in play here against a lefty at home. And I think they maybe will go a little sneaky. I'd rather go maybe Astros than Red Sox just because of the ownership, but we'll see. Next, you have the White Sox taking on the Royals. You got the 9 over under here. White Sox favorited. Lynn taking on Lynch. Lynn definitely in play at that price. The Royals kind of a tougher matchup, 26 overall in strikeouts, but I think they definitely, can swing and miss here. 12th in average, yes, but they can't really get on base. The power hasn't been there. On the White Sox side, I definitely have interest in bats there. The power really hasn't been there, but they're facing a pitcher that they can easily beat up. Abreu at 4.8, so cheap. I think he might be one of the best plays on the night. Moncada 4.3, Anderson. There's definitely ways you can piece this White Sox lineup together. They are 4th in average, 2nd in on base percentage for a reason. And then on the Royals side, honestly, just not too interested. Tough matchup here against Lynn. Benintendi 3.6K for value if he's hitting out of the 2-hole, maybe, but there's a lot of spots you can go to in this game. Next, you have the Phillies Braves. Braves favorited here, 8 over under. Velasquez taking on Anderson. I think Anderson's a pretty dang good pitcher. Phillies strike out 5th most in the league, so kind of interested in Anderson here. He might get some lower ownership. We'll see. And then on the Braves side, 1st in home runs. I think you can easily stack this team. Acuna leading off 5.6K. Freeman, now he's been terrible. We know this. 5.3K is still pretty expensive. Velasquez is a bad pitcher who gives up a lot of home runs. So if any night to break the slump, it could be tonight. Freeman in play. Ozuna, Albies, Riley. Love everybody on the Braves side tonight. Last but not least, you have the Dodgers taking on the Angels, 8 over under. The Dodgers favorited. Kershaw taking on Bundy. I think this is going to be a great baseball game. It's kind of tough to, game script this one. I think it's just going to be a tough one. Kershaw 10-5. You think he's an ace, right? He only lasted 1 inning against the Cubs last time out. I think he's in play though. He kind of has to be, but tough matchup against the Angels, 27. It's just LA versus LA. I don't want really any piece of the pitching here. Bundy as well, 9-8. I'm not going to go there. I don't think the field's going to go to either. If anything, maybe Kershaw, but in play bats wise, I feel like the Dodgers always get low owned in these types of slates. So Betts at 5.7, Seager, Turner, Muncy, the list goes on. I think I have somewhat of an interest, at least getting a one-off or maybe 3 of these guys against Bundy. He can give up the home run ball. So that's it. I hope this video helped you. Again, my name's Tim. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. We got daily content here breaking down these DraftKings slates. So I want to wish you the best of luck and take it easy to the next one.